What's up? Welcome to the Vegas Benchwarmer channel. Today you're watching Going For It on Fourth, episode 43. Of course, I'm Eric. You hate me 702, and my man is
Jeremy with a G.
all right. Today we're talking all playoffs, talking all off season. That's all we're talking about. Next couple weeks, and then we'll start getting into other shows and doing other topics after that. But we're gonna finish up with the football going strong. So today we got the divisional round review. We could talk about Mahomes' high ankle sprain. We got the AFC Championship picks, the NFC Championship picks. We're going back to putting our GM hats on for the Broncos, the Rams, the Raiders, the Falcons. That's picks 5 through 8. We'll explain what's going on with the Broncos and the Rams picks later. And then we may touch into some of the hirings that was going on. The Panthers hired Frank Reich and Hackett hired by the Jets. So, Jeremy, how's your week going, buddy?
It's going.
Going anything going crazy? Any weird news?
Oh, there's stuff going crazy, but I can't talk about it.
So, all right. Well, I guess let me just try to see what I'm doing. All right. So in that scenario, let me go ahead and just throw the intro through because I haven't worked on one yet. Finished it up. So we'll go use the other one and we'll be back. All right, and we're back. So, first thing that we're going to get into is we're going to get into what do you want to get in first? Do you want to do the championship? Let's do the divisional round review real quick. Let's jump onto that real quick. So with the divisional round, oh shit. So with the divisional round, last week's games, I don't think I did very good because like a dumbass, I picked the Giants.
I mean, what are you talking about? There's only 4 games. You couldn't have done that bad.
Yeah, I went 3-1. You went 4-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when there's 4 games and you go 3-1. That's not very good. Especially when you pick a dumbass team that gets blown the fuck out. Like the only blowout was that game. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where you're just like, oh, fuck you, bitches. I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing. So, I mean, we had the Chiefs, he had the Eagles, we both had the Bengals, and we both had the Niners. No surprise there. Do you remember, was there anything that stood out to you besides Mahomes' ankle injury, of course, but was there anything else that kind of stood out to you?
I didn't watch a whole lot of the games.
Oh, I watched all of them except for the Giants and the Eagles game.
I didn't have any reception where I was at, so I couldn't.
I turned it. Are you growing a little bit of a goatee? A little bit of a beard?
No. I just haven't shaved.
Oh, I was about to say I might like that new Jeremy look. You might want to stick with that.
It gets long enough, it irritates the shit out of me.
Might want to stick with that. Just that looks very sophisticated, Jeremy. So so I didn't watch after the Giants Eagles. I turned the game off at half. I refuse to watch bad games anymore. I'm fucking done with it. And it was a fucking horrible ass game. Of course, I watched all of the Chiefs and the Jaguars game, and my heart sank when Mahomes went down with that injury. And then, but I mean, fucking Chad Henne, 98-yard drive, touchdown. I mean, first touchdown he's ever thrown in the playoffs. I mean, Chad Henne has played 2 big plays for us, 2 big moments in playoff games, and it's came through on both of them. The first down against the Cleveland Browns, and then this one. So I mean, I watched all the behind the scenes with Mahomes and all that stuff about the ankle injury and how it was just a high ankle sprain. They're going to shoot him up with some drugs and he should be good. So overall, it was kind of what I wasn't scared at all. I never thought we would lose. Even when Mahomes went down, I was like, oh, fuck. But we should be good because he was talking about he wanted to play. So I figured he was coming back. So, it wasn't that bad of a deal. Not like the Cleveland Browns game because I still think we can beat the Jags. And then we had the Bengals-Bills game, which, whoa, what the fuck is going on with the Bills? The Bills got dominated that whole game. Like, I'm not even playing. The whole game they got dominated. It never looked like they were in rhythm. And the Bengals just knew how to get their number. And then you had the Cowboys and the Niners. which I mean, Dak Prescott does what Dak Prescott does, right? The game was literally 2 turnovers away. And I'm fucking tired of Brock Purdy. Granted, I will admit, the greatest thing I think I've seen about the games was on Monday Night Raw when they were in Philadelphia. They were in Philadelphia, and Paul Heyman did his Brock Purdy thing. And it was fucking amazing. I was dying of laughter. Outside of that, I'm tired of fucking hearing about this bitch. So we'll get more into that when we talk about the AFC and the NFC championship rounds. We'll get more into that. But he went 4-0. I went 3-1. So for the playoffs so far, I'm 8-2. He is 9-1.
9-1.
Yep. So he's 1 game ahead of us, and we'll get our picks in later. We'll talk about that when we talk about the championship. So we got some couple head coaches that were hired, and this one bothers me a lot.
Steve Wilkes got fucked.
That's exactly what I'm about to say. Okay, so listen. What do we got to do? And when I say we, I mean black head coaches. I'm not a black head coach. So
isn't this 2 seasons for him?
Look, I don't know. I really don't know, because we see what happens with the Texans. We saw the Texans. They have literally fired 3 black fucking head coaches in a row. They had Romeo Crennel, that was the intern. They had fucking Richard Culley, who they should have never fucking hired. And then they had Lovie Smith. So, okay, we can say they had a bad record. Okay, so what? Great. Ryan Flores didn't have a bad record with Miami. Gets fired. Who was the fucking coach of the Chargers? The black got fired. And everybody was okay with that fucking firing. But since then, they have 0 playoff wins and one playoff appearance. So what do we got to do? What do the black people got to do to get their head coaching job? Because Steve Wilkes did a fucking amazing job. You traded away Christian McCaffrey. The team bought into him. You gave this motherfucker Baker Mayfield, the ghost of Baker Mayfield, PJ Walker, and Sam Darnold. Traded Robbie Anderson right after he got into it with Wilkes. Had DJ Moore. I don't know who the fuck you have on offense or defense. You had some defensive studs. Don't get me wrong, because you didn't trade some of them. But you almost won the division. Like, what did he have to do? Make the playoffs? He was literally 1 game away. If Tampa loses, he's there. So what is it? And you guys hire. Wait. You guys didn't go get some new guy off the bench. You didn't get some guy that's been sitting for a year. You didn't go get Sean Payton. You didn't get a guy that's been a head coach that's set back for a year. Even like when Mark McCarthy went from the Packers, was out for a year and came back from the Cowboys. You immediately went and got a coach that we have seen the inept of his coaching. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't give a fuck that Frank Wright led the Buffalo Bills back against the fucking Houston Oilers. I don't give a fuck about that shit. I don't give a fuck about any of that shit. I don't give a fuck that he was the first quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. I don't give a fuck. What has he done? In my opinion, he's taken a Colts team. Now, granted, he didn't know Andrew Luck was going to retire. Or did he retire under Andrew Luck? Was that Chuck Pagano? I'm not sure.
I think it was Pagano.
Yeah. Okay. So he took a team, and he had Phillip Rivers. He had Carson Wentz and Matt Ryan. All 3 of these quarterbacks he okayed for a trade. He went to the playoffs with one of them. He got fired this year. That's like Cliff Kingsbury getting fired as a Texas Tech coach and getting hired.
Oh, no, it was.
It was under him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Because wasn't that his first year?
In 19. Frank Reich was there since 18.
Yeah, okay. So what has he done to show you that the position you need the most is quarterback? And what has he done to show you that he can do that? 3 years in a row, he's made trades for quarterbacks. And he hasn't done nothing since Andrew Luck retired. And I understand. That's a devastating blow. But still, what has he done? What has he shown you? when they need one game to win, and we can blame it on Carson Wentz all the fuck we want. We can blame all of that shit on Carson Wentz that he blew that game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. But Frank Wright was fired, what, 6-7 games in the season? So it wasn't all on fucking Carson Wentz in that scenario. He has something to do with that. So how the fuck do you go from not hiring the coach that almost made you to the playoffs to hiring the coach that consistently went backwards? I don't get it. What the fuck are y'all doing? What are you doing? I don't get it. What do you think about it?
I don't know what to say anymore. I mean, it makes no sense to me. I don't know. I don't know what anybody wants to for.
What more could he do? Wait, you know who else they were fucking interviewing? The fucking offensive coordinator from the Cowboys.
Oh, Kellen Moore?
You guys had a coach that had the team buy into you, that showed progression after you got rid of everybody. And I don't know what to say. What am I supposed to say? I can't sit up here and go, oh, it's because his skin color. I can't. I have to say that because I almost guarantee if he was light, bright, damn near white, he would have kept his job. So I just don't get it. So fucking disappointed. I don't give a fuck that Eric Bieniemy's not getting a job because he probably doesn't deserve one. But Steve Wilkes did. He at least deserved another season. We've seen this happen. We're going to talk about them later. Granted, do I think Rich Bisaccia should have been a fucking coach? A head coach? No. But now, my mindset has changed. Like, how the fuck do you not give him another year? And any of these coaches. And then we're going to talk about some more bullshit because this motherfucker gets hired. The thing that was the worst in the world was the Broncos offense. They sucked. We saw a stat where if they could have scored 19 points a game, they would have been like 8-1 at one point in time.
Yeah.
And okay, so is Rodgers going to the Jets? Let's just call it what it is. We know what they're doing. We know exactly what they're doing. They're doing the same playbook that Denver did. They're hoping that he gets the Jets, and you put him as an offensive coordinator, and it's good. Nobody believes in fucking Zach Wilson's ass. I don't believe that for a second. Why don't you believe for a second? But nobody believes in Zach Wilson's ass. So, I mean, and are we going to be honest? Even Robert said, what is it? A veteran quarterback. I'm going to be 100% honest. Y'all don't want Rodgers. I'm tired of it. How does he get a fucking head coach? How does he get a job right away? How? Somebody please explain this to me. Jeremy, how?
You need somebody else that can explain it. I can't explain it.
How the fuck did this motherfucker get hired? This is why the Jets suck. This is why they're going to continue to fucking suck. Okay? They're like the Los Angeles Lakers of fucking football right now. They do some of the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my motherfucking life. Fuck's wrong. Okay. Yes, you need. And then people are saying it's not Jimmy G. Why? Why? Just please explain to me why. Why is it Rodgers over Jimmy G? Let's just think about what they've constructed as a team. A very, very good defense, right? A very good running game once Homeboy comes back and is not injured, and they still have James Robinson. They just need a quarterback that doesn't make mistakes and young receiving core. What does that sound like? Sounded like the Niners a couple years ago. So I just don't get it. I don't get how Hackett gets a job. I know people want Aaron Rodgers. I'm not understanding it. Not understanding the infatuation with Hackett's going to get Rodgers. It didn't work for Denver. He sucked in Denver as an offensive coordinator. And then people, hold on. Not only did he suck in Denver as an offensive coordinator, but he wasn't good in Jacksonville. People are going to say, oh, he went to the AFC Championship. Did anybody ever fucking believe in Blake Bortles? Did anybody believe in his ass? No. What did they immediately do? They traded for fucking Nick Foles like 2 years later. Nobody believed in that motherfucker. And why did they go to the AFC Championship? It wasn't because of their fucking offense. It was literally because of the fact that their defense was stout as shit. So they just needed an offense that didn't turn the ball over. So the only year that he's been good at anything was the year that he had Aaron Rodgers. Or the couple years. And now we think, granted,
Jimmy G hasn't played a full season since 19.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Jimmy G. First of all, he's a free agent.
In 3 seasons, he's played 32 games.
But the one full season he played, where'd they go?
In 19. That was 2019.
Where'd they go?
Where's he been since?
Yeah, but you listen.
Well, where's he been since? He hadn't been on the fucking field.
You're 100% right. You're 100% right. But it's not like Aaron Rodgers has been in fucking Super Bowls.
He's been on the second field practicing.
It's not like Aaron Rodgers has been in Super Bowls.
No.
Aaron Rodgers has been an MVP. He doesn't give a fuck about winning Super Bowls. He goes on the Pat McAfee show every Monday or Tuesday and throws his team under the bus. Can you imagine? And they don't have to give up draft picks. Jimmy G's a free agent. You can sign him for less money because of his age and still use your Mac White, Zach Wilson as the backup. We know Jimmy G will give you 8 or 9 games a season, 10. Might make it back in time for the playoffs. And in those 10 games, he's going to go 8-2. So Zach Wilson just got to go like 3-5. Or 3-4. Still, it's better to me than trading 2 draft picks for Super Diva Aaron Rodgers and hiring this fucking Hackett job. Hackett. Fuck. And Steve Wilks can't get a fucking job. Why? Because he's a defensive coordinator. That's fucking funny. Brian Leftwich gets fired up. That's fucking funny. Fucking inept Dallas Cowboys offense that is the most inconsistent I've ever seen in my life. Kellen Moore gets let's give him an opportunity. And his team doesn't even fucking want him back. Listen, NFL. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I do not know what it is because I don't know if it's Hackett getting a job. I don't know if it's fucking. How the fuck do you not go over and talk to fucking Brian Leftwich? He had a fucking 52-year-old Tom Brady as his quarterback. It still made the fucking playoffs. 52. I know he's like 45, but realistically, with all the pounding he's taken, he's like fucking 52. He might be pushing AARP age. 52 to 65 is realistically how his body is. So I don't know. I'm not sure what we do. I'm not sure what the NFL does. You can't say, oh, well, we need more head coaches in black roles, black head coaches, black offensive coordinators, black scouts, because motherfucker, when they lead the team to almost the playoffs, and it's the best record you've had in what, 2-3 seasons under fucking Matt Rule, that you're still paying this motherfucker. And the only jobs that we can get are the fucking Texans and fucking interim head coaching jobs. We've had a lot of those motherfuckers. There's been a lot of intern coaching jobs. And watch D'Amico Ryan not get a fucking job.
Oh, he's going to get a job.
Who?
He's going to get a job.
Who? Who's going to hire him? The Texans?
Well, I'll say he's going to get offered a job. I don't know if he's going to take it.
Who the fuck?
The Texans are probably going to offer him, but if I were him, I wouldn't fucking take it.
If I was a black coach, I would blackball the fuck out of the Texans. I would not go and coach for them at all. You have a 1-year record with a shitty ass fucking team. And none of these people are getting rehired. Like, you're using that against them. Well, who the fuck? The Texans, maybe. Okay. The Cardinals? No. No. No, they're not going to hire him. Nope, they're not. He's not getting a job. Watch him not get a fucking job. He's going to be the Eric Bieniemy. Okay. Let's get into putting our GM hats on. We're talking about the Broncos. The reason why we're talking about the Broncos and not the Seahawks is because the Broncos own their original draft pick. Of course, everybody knows the horrible trade that they traded to the Seahawks with Russell Wilson. That turned out to be horrible. They also hired Hackett because they thought they were going to get Rodgers. Jets, do you see the trend? So we're not going to talk about the Seahawks because we would not be able to talk about the Broncos because we're not going through all 7 rounds. We're just going through the first round, basically. So we're going to talk about the Broncos now. When we get to the Seahawks later on, we'll talk about their pick at number 5. But right now, we have the GM for the Broncos hat on. We already know they fired their head coach. Cool. Great. Excellent. They should never hire him. So, Jeremy, I've been talking a lot. We're going to let you talk on this one. What do you think the Donkey should do?
Blow it up.
Okay, well, start where we started.
Continue to let the stadium burn.
Okay, so you the GM of the Broncos. What's your first move? What are you doing? You can't get rid of Russell Wilson. Well, you can, but are you going to eat all that cap? So who are you looking at to hire as a head coach? Let's start there. You going offense-minded, defensive-minded?
I mean, if I'm the GM of the Broncos, I'm going with D'Amico Ryans.
Okay. Perfect.
So, I mean.
So what else are you looking at? Are you looking at grabbing free agents? What are you doing? What do you think about Russell Wilson?
Well, I mean, there ain't nothing you can do. You're stuck with Wilson for what? At least 2-3 more years.
Yeah.
With that fucking contract.
Yeah.
You
have no draft picks for the next 2 years, basically.
Fuck, I don't know.
How do you turn this around? How do you
I think you're going to have to try to get some cheap veterans.
Okay. In what positions? Offense?
I think they need offense. They had one of the best defenses in the league.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I mean, defense, they may need an edge, a rookie edge, maybe.
Okay.
But, I mean, I think their focus should be offense. I mean, they need to focus on the offensive line.
Okay, so they do have a pick. They have a 29th pick.
Oh, do they?
Yep, because they got that from Miami for the Bradley Chubb. So they do have the 29th pick. I did not realize that. Which is originally from Miami, from San Francisco. So I guess we'll talk about San Francisco. Or Miami. I don't fucking know. So if I'm the GM, if I'm the Broncos, I'm going offensive-minded head coach. I'm probably getting rid of my whole staff. I don't know if they're all gone, but the whole staff's going bye-bye. Except everybody on the offense is going bye-bye. The defense, I'm keeping all of them the same. But I'm going to keep my defensive coordinator if I can. I don't know who the fuck he is because fuck the donkeys. But I'm going to keep my defensive coordinator, and then I'm going to go for an offensive-minded head coach. We're going to go for a very short West Coast style offense, I think. I'm going to try to go with that style to supplement to get the ball out of Russell Wilson's hands quickly so that motherfucker doesn't have to run as much. I'm going to take Russell Wilson to a sports psychologist. I'm going to
wait. The first thing I'm doing is I'm getting rid of his motherfucking office in the building.
Yeah, his office is gone. His office is gone.
Out.
His parking space is gone. His fucking captain is gone. All of that shit's gone. We're restarting all this shit. We blowing this motherfucker. You got to earn every stripe that you have, except for on the defense. I'm leaving the defense fuck alone. And then I'm going after veteran wide receivers. I'm trying to make a splash. I might try to go get Odell. I'm trying to get – I know you have Jerry Jeudy. I know you have Cortland Sutton. But you need a veteran guy that can go out and get that shit. And I think that's where a lot of it is messing up on their offense. Their running back situation, I don't give a fuck about. We play in 2023. You can win without a fucking running, without having a solid running game. The Chiefs did it for fucking years. So I mean, look at the fucking Bills. Their running game is Josh Allen. So I think they need that veteran to go get it. They need that playmaker. Jerry Jeudy's good, but he's young. We gotta remember that. And this is his third quarterback that he's fucking played with. So I think an offseason of them together, I think going to get a veteran wide receiver early in free agency. I don't know who the fuck it is. Maybe I go and try to get Juju Smith-Schuster. I don't fucking know. But I'm going to go get a veteran possession wide receiver, and I'm going to get a tight end. And I'm sending Russell Wilson to a sports psychologist. I'm not even playing. I'm not even joking. His office will be turned into a therapeutic room for sports psychology. Russell Wilson is mandatory to go every fucking day because we're going to figure out how to fix his fucking ass. Because I don't know if it's Pete Carroll, if it's not. And this is the worst part. This is what I'm going to do after that. I'm going to try to get me a young stud at quarterback. I'm not even playing. I'm going to go out and try to find somebody that is not very expensive, but I think can do the job in a year. Because if Russell Wilson starts acting the fuck up, the coach you have every right to bench his ass. We'll pay for the most expensive backup in the fucking world. So I think those would be the things that I would focus on. I would focus on trying to go get a veteran wide receiver, getting a tight end. We already know, I can't remember who their fucking running back is that got injured that's out this season. So the running back should be coming back. Go get a tight end. And then I'm trying to get a stud quarterback, a younger stud quarterback. I'm not saying I'm maybe in the draft, maybe somebody that's on the wires, a team that doesn't really find themselves interested in them. I don't fucking know. But I'm going to try to get a backup that I have and worst case scenario, I need a succession plan because I don't think he's going to get better. And I'm going for an offensive-minded head coach that can limit his turnovers, that understands what you have to do with him. And it may be a young coach. I may not even go for like an expensive splash. I'm not spending a lot of fucking money on a coach because I'm not assuming we're going to be very good because Russell Wilson is not cooking. I don't think that motherfucker has cooked a day in his life. I think Sierra does the cooking. So I don't know. That's what I would do in that situation. I'm not sure. But I'm definitely going with the head coach. Let's go with the Rams. Because the Lions own their pick. Because, the Rams said, fuck those picks. And the Lions own their pick. I do not think the Rams have a first-round draft pick. What do you think you would do with the Rams? Their first pick is in the 36th overall pick. They have a second, a third, 3, 6, and a 7th. You're the GM hat. You know that McVay's coming back. What are you doing with the Rams? Start at quarterback. Matt Stafford supposedly not retiring. He's coming back. Are you keeping Baker Mayfield?
I mean, I'd probably try.
Okay.
I mean, you can get a lot worse.
And you're basically stuck with Stafford. You can't trade him.
Yeah. Nobody's going to take Stafford.
Nope.
Well, I won't say nobody.
There's going to be teams. Fucking Texans.
The fucking local 7-on-7 team will take him.
Yeah, they may not. He gets injured too much, too. Shit.
I don't know. I'm probably looking for offensive line in the draft.
You got to go there.
But then I think you're going to lose Ramsey.
Okay. Trade or... Because he's still under contract.
It's going to be a trade.
He's still under contract.
Isn't he a free agent?
No. There's no way. I put Rams twice. Let's see.
Oh, yeah. So
yeah, he's still signed. No, all of their free agents are like, so like they got Baker Mayfield. They're mostly young players, or not. Yeah, most 27. a couple cornerbacks, but they're not like big name stars. Yeah, none of them. The most expensive one is Baker Mayfield and Ashawn Robinson, who is a D end. Everybody else is under $4 million. Matt Gay, the kicker, is the fourth most expensive person that they have as a free agent, which we know they have no cap room. So the question is, are you blowing it the fuck up? Or are you going all in for one more year? That's basically the question that you have.
Hold on.
Because as of right now, there's a good chance that you could get some draft picks for some of these players. You see what I'm saying? We know Aaron Donald's not retiring, so he's coming back.
I don't know about that.
No, he's already said it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's say Aaron Donald retires. Does that change your mindset?
Yeah, then I definitely need to go for an edge.
Oh, you're looking at, okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking they got to go fucking all in. I'm thinking you re-sign Baker Mayfield at a incentive-laden contract with a low base salary. I say you go in and trade the rest of your fucking picks that you have this year and try to find a higher pick or a young receiver, like kind of like what like a Kadarius Toney, not Kadarius, but do you see what I'm saying? A receiver that's young, that's not going to cost you much, that can still play. And then you got to figure out your running back situation and go with your offensive line. But I say you go all the fuck in. I say you keep your motto, your whatever the fuck motto. Fuck them picks.
I think I have to do something.
They don't have many options. Do you see what I'm saying? That's the worst part about this. With their salary cap, with how many players, with the players that they have, with not having any draft picks, they don't really have a lot of options. They either have to blow it up or hope that everybody comes back for another year and we can run this back again and Matthew Stafford's healthy.
Well, the only way they can hope that everybody coming back is they have to restructure contracts.
Well, yes, I know that.
And not draft anybody. And not pick anybody up. And not do anything.
I think that's what they're going to have to do. I told you, get rid of all the draft picks. Or they're going to have to blow it up and start trading everybody. And I think that hinges on whether Aaron Donald comes back or not. Because if Aaron Donald comes back, I think out of respect, they just go for it. They restructure a couple contracts. Matthew Stafford's, Aaron Donald's, maybe Jalen Ramsey's, add a couple more years. You know what I'm saying? Restructure some of their bigger contracts. Cooper Kupp. And then
they could restructure Cooper Kupp, Donald, Ramsey, Leonard Floyd, Stafford, Allen Robinson.
Yes, you said so. Damn, that's pretty good though. You got to admit, I named five off the top of my head.
Joseph Noteboom.
Yeah, so they could restructure them and then try to maybe go for something else. But I think if Aaron Donald retires, they blow this shit up. I think you start seeing Jalen Ramsey get traded. I don't think Cooper Kupp gets traded, but Allen Robinson. They're going to try to recruit some players and just be bad. All right, the one we've been waiting for. Go ahead. The floor is all yours. GM of the Raiders. What are you doing?
Fuck. I'm probably trading up with the Cardinals. I think I'm trading up to 3, and then I'm taking CJ Stroud.
What are you? Okay, so what are you?
If I can't make a trade happen with the Cardinals at 3 for CJ Stroud, then I'm taking the other quarterback from
Will Levy.
No, fuck no.
Bryce Young.
Huh?
At 7, you're not going to take one of those 3 quarterbacks, Bryce Young, CJ Stroud?
They're not going to be there.
So what fucking quarterback are you taking? Are you going to trade back?
No, I think. Where's that? Where is he?
They have you taking Paris Johnson.
Anthony Richardson.
From where? From Florida?
Yeah.
They don't have him going till 23rd.
19.
Well, NFL.com, Bucky Brooks has him at 23rd. Or 22 for the Baltimore Ravens. Okay. You're not going to try to trade up with the Bears?
No. Nope. I still have trauma from the last time we picked number 1. I can't afford any more donuts.
Okay. All right. So you going to trade? So you're going to take Anthony Richardson?
Like if I can't make a trade with the Cardinals for 3 to get CJ Stroud, because Bryce Young should go 1.
Okay.
Whoever trades with the Bears should take Bryce Young. And then it's going to be, I think the Colts are going to take Levis.
Yeah, but then the Texans will probably take CJ Stroud.
Right. So then I'm left with Anthony Richardson. And the
trading
Raiders
up
need a rookie quarterback.
But trading up to 3 basically only guarantees you nothing.
It guarantees me CJ Stroud.
No, because whoever trades with the Bears will take Bryce Young or CJ Stroud. And then the Texans are going to take the other one.
Well,
unless the Texans fuck up and take Will Levy. So that's my okay. So let's just say got you. So Stroud or Richardson. What else are you doing? Are you starting Stroud? What are you doing with Derek Carr?
Derek Carr's going to be traded.
Who are you trading him to?
It don't matter.
Who are you trying to trade him to?
The Pop Warner team down the road.
Stop talking shit about him. Who would you like to trade him to?
The Henderson Silver Knights.
No. Realistically. In the NFL, who would you firstly target?
Capitals.
Who would you firstly target in the NFL?
Huh?
What would be the first team you would call?
The Texans.
Second team.
Jets.
Third team.
Bears.
Okay.
I think if the first 2 strike out, then I think you try to make a play for Justin Fields.
Okay. Interesting. What do you do with Josh Jacobs?
Resign him.
Big contract. 16 million a year.
The tag is what? 15 and a half?
You gonna sign him for 16 a year over 5 years with 62 guaranteed?
But you got to look who I would sign him. But reality, they're not. They're going to tag him.
Okay. So any other big moves that you would make with your team?
If I was, I'd fire Patrick Graham.
You're the fucking GM.
I would fire Patrick Graham.
The defensive, who is that now?
The defensive coordinator.
Okay, and what are you doing to replace him?
Anything.
Okay. Any play moves?
I'll put an offensive coach in, and it might be better.
Okay, Bill Belichick. All right, Bill.
Maybe I'll call Bill Belichick and be like, hey, you want to be my defensive coordinator? I mean, I've taken all your players. You might as well come over. Hey, bring your front office too.
Okay, cool. Honestly, I would, if I was the Raiders, I would definitely go after a quarterback in the draft. I would also try to sign a veteran quarterback or maybe swap a veteran quarterback with Derek Carr. Maybe Marcus Mariota. Bring him back. So that way there's like a bridge gap in case we need something. But I agree with everything you say. I have nothing else to say. Yeah. I'm not going to talk shit about your team. I go on and blow the whole fucking stadium.
I don't care. I listened to it. I listened to it all 12 months in a year. Don't hold back now.
No, basically what you said is kind of what I would do. So I'm not going to repeat it. I mean, I would go in and fire Josh McDaniels, but I don't want to be paying 2 coaches. So
Right, because you're still paying Gruden.
I know that. So GM Falcons. I'll take this. I'll tell you what the first thing I would do. First thing I would do is I would call the Raiders and say, "What do you want for Derek Carr?" That's
give me a first and a third.
That's done. What done? First thing I would do. Now I'm not giving you this. I'm not giving you the 7.
40 more. Now I got 40 million more in cap space.
Yeah, get done. I'm taking Derek Carr. I'm taking Derek Carr in a heartbeat. That's the first thing that I would say. Now, granted, I would be like, because the Falcons, let's see what picks they have. Because I'm not giving you the 7th overall pick. I can tell you that, right? That would be the issue that we'd be stuck up on. Because I'd be like, no, I can't give you the 7th pick. I cannot. And that would be the thing that would kill me. Because you'd be like, no, I want that 7th. I'm like, you're fucking crazy. So maybe I'd give you next year's first, or I'd give you a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th. Give you 3 picks, yeah, because I couldn't give you the 7th because then in that scenario with the 7th pick, I'm gonna go ahead now that I got my man Derek Carr. I'm gonna go ahead and surround him, or I'm sorry, with the 8th pick, not the 7th pick. I don't know. See, this is a problem. Do I go with the lineman? Really, what I want is I might try to trade back because I want a receiver.
Probably need to go receiver.
Yeah, I want a receiver.
Just hope Derek Carr can get you a losing record next season so you can get the quarterback.
No, I'm not paying for a losing record. What the fuck are you talking about? I have Kyle Pitts and Drake London. With the halfway decent defense. Really, honestly,
hopefully you'll be able to get Caleb Williams next year.
And a shitty ass. I don't know. Derek Carr is my foreseeable quarterback.
No, you're gonna have to draft a quarterback.
I got Desmond Ridder on my backup. I got Desmond Ridder. I just drafted him last year. Carr's going to play for the next 3 or 4 years. I'm not fucking wasting time. I have a 2nd-round draft pick that I can sit behind him that hopefully can learn and do mop-up duty. No, I'm fucking taking Derek Carr in a dome stadium with Drake London, Kyle Pitts, building my defense and building around Derek Carr for the next 3 to 4 years in a shitty-ass fucking division. Think about the quarterbacks that you have to face in that division as of right now. Who? Andy Dalton? 65-year-old Tom Brady? Fucking Sam Darnold? Derek Carr immediately steps in because he's the number 1 quarterback. It's not going to cost me a lot. I'm not going to use any of those picks. I'd have Desmond Ridder as my backup, let him grow and learn. Get a running back. I don't like Cordell Patterson as my running back. I've been playing as the Falcons on Madden, so this is kind of how I know what's been going on. I don't like Desmond Ridder or Cordell Patterson as my running back. I'm sorry, I don't. I do like their backup, Algeria or whatever the fuck his name is. But I'm going to go maybe 2nd round, 3rd round, depending on what backs I get. Maybe draft it back. Maybe I draft a running back here. That's what I'm saying. I might trade back and say, hey, who wants this 8th pick? And maybe I can get up into, like, let me see. Who's got some picks for like.
I'm traded to the Raiders.
No.
You're going to get 2 deals in 1.
No. See, I would try to trade up for somebody I would need something, and I would try to get like in the backup. So I'd get in like the 17 through 20s, and then I would try to get another 2nd-round draft pick because I'm going to need one of those. I just traded one to you, or a 3rd round. So
do you go for Bijan Robinson?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going for a running back or a receiver because I'm set at quarterback right now for 3 to 4 years. Granted, I'm not saying
I may have to if Jackson Smith Jigba is there, I may have to go that route.
Yeah, but I'm trying to get more picks back because there's a lot of stuff that we need. So I'm not saying Derek Carr is a top 10 quarterback. I'm not saying he's a top 5, a top 7, a top 8. I'm saying Derek Carr is a very serviceable fucking quarterback. He's an average to above average quarterback. Yes, there's some shit you got to deal with, but what quarterback don't you? You get Aaron Rodgers, the fucking diva is all shit. You get Patrick Mahomes, I love him, but there's sometimes you just go, why the fuck did you throw that ball? What? Every quarterback has. I was literally in the stadium when Chiefs fans were going, you do too much. So every quarterback, you have their issues. I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. I'm saying he's better than a lot of quarterbacks in the league. And if I could build a team nicely around him, which I have seen happen, and give some stability to him and play him in a dome, that's also my thinking. So we know he doesn't play good in cold weather. So think, the Saints play in a dome. Carolina's weather is not that cold.
The Raiders play in a dome.
Yeah, but he has to play the Chiefs and the Broncos. All I'm saying, look, listen. I put more blame on the Raiders than I do Derek Carr. Until I see Derek Carr do some fucked up shit in another fucking uniform, I can't help it. The dude has had, 6 offensive coordinators and 4 head coaches in 9 years. There is not a single quarterback in the NFL that can say, I succeeded with that. I'm not saying like I said, I'm not saying he's the greatest. Or he's great. But name me another quarterback that has succeeded with fucking 6 head coaches and 4 offensive coordinators or vice versa. You haven't. Stability counts. Whenever you look at good teams, what do they normally have? Coach, quarterback. Yes, Peyton Manning had a couple coaches because, Tony Dungy got fired or whatever, retired, whatever. I don't know what the fuck he did. But when you look at it, you look at a state. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Mike McCarthy, LaFleur. He's had 2. And look how long he's played. So when you consistently have a rotation of quarterbacks and coaches and offensive coordinators, I just don't think it's conducive to growing a quarterback. And somehow he still prospered in situations that weren't. So I'm taking Derek Carr as the Falcons. He's set for 3 to 4 years. Hey, if we don't win the division, I'm not saying we have to go to the Super Bowl. I just need progression. And if we're not good, then okay, we'll be in the top 10 picks picking again. And maybe we trade up. But right now, I think that is one of the best options for teams to go out and get is Derek Carr. Especially if you don't have a lot of salary cap that you're spending. But that's what I would do.
You need some kind of salary cap. He's got $33 million next year.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Well, how much is the let effect
salary? And then the following year is $42 million. And then the year after that is 41.3.
So they have $56 million in cap space.
Derek Carr takes 34.
Okay.
Almost 35.
Again, what are they going to go get? You're going to pay. You're not going to go spend a lot of money. You're not bringing in stout ass free agents. They're building through the draft. We've seen this. So it's not like you're going to go and spend $15 million on a free agent or a running back. So why not bring in a very serviceable quarterback that at one point in time led his team to the playoffs? Not very long ago. And then they hired fucking fuck Josh McDaniels. So, I mean, look, I told you when that last season, I defended Derek Carr for a while, which makes it feel so good that he's not a Raider anymore. So now I can actually defend him with a clear conscience because I fucking hate the Raiders. But at the same time, I told you last year, the respect that I had for Derek Carr considerably went up with what he dealt with last year and how he did it. That dude is a leader among leaders. And I would love to have him in my locker room. Any thoughts on what you would do?
No.
Okay. All right, let's get into the NFC Championship first. What are you going? Where are you going? Eagles versus Niners. Who are you going for?
Eagles.
Do you think the Eagles are going to win, or are you rooting for them?
I think the Eagles are going to win.
Okay. All right.
I think Purdy gets his first loss.
Okay. Can we stop with the Purdy bullshit, please? Please.
Until he loses, no.
No. This is I think Brock Purdy is I think what he's doing is absolutely fantastic. You see what I'm saying? I think what he's doing is very good. I think it's impressive for the last overall pick to come in and Mr. Irrelevant to come in and win some games, right? I think it's very, very impressive. But let's look at who the fuck they've beaten. Okay? When did Brock Purdy?
But until he shows you otherwise, can't.
Just the hype. The hype is too much. That's my issue. The hype is too much. Do you see what I'm saying? So he started. I think the Eagles are going to win. I agree with you. I think they get their first loss. He played in the Dolphins game, so they beat the Dolphins, playoff team. They beat the Bucks, playoff team. They beat the Seahawks, playoff team. So I mean, really, honestly, it's not that bad. Commanders, Raiders, Cardinals, Seahawks, Cowboys. So he's played some very, very good teams. But is this Brock Purdy or is this Kyle Shanahan? Like,
I mean, Brock Purdy has to make the play.
Listen, when does Kyle Shanahan is such a good fucking coach. Such a good fucking coach.
But is Shanahan on the field?
No.
He's calling the plays. Yeah. He's calling the plays.
Okay. So Kyle Shanahan has had, like, he's made the playoffs 3 times. Even with fucking Mullins as their top passer, he won 6 games. That's my thing. I'm not saying Purdy's not good, but I think the Niners offense and the way the Niners play, what we've seen over the years with the way they plug and play quarterbacks, I don't think it's Brock Purdy. I think he's doing what way better than anybody expected. I also think that he's not turning the ball over, which is one of the key things. He's not, and he's putting them in great positions to win. Oh, he's making some very good plays. But I want to give more credit to Kyle Shanahan than Brock Purdy. I think Kyle Shanahan gets a loss in the NFC Championship. I think Brock Purdy gets his first loss, but I just don't. They should have lost last week. If Dak Prescott doesn't do well, do you see what I'm saying? And that's kind of my issue. I'm not saying that they're bad or anything like that, but it does not matter how they play. Everybody talks about Brock Purdy. Now, granted, this is the youngest combined age of 2 quarterbacks. Like, okay, last week he went 19 for 29, not bad. 214 yards with no touchdowns. And we're still not saying he didn't play good because he's not turning the ball over. So it's not that he's bad or he sucks. It's just, can we calm the fucking hype down? This reminds me of Matt Jones last year. Like, we hype up people so much. So I got the Eagles as well. I don't want the 49ers to win. The only way, but I do want the 49ers to win so I can have a repeat of the Chiefs and 49ers in the Super Bowl. Because Evelyn's been talking so much shit.
Well, I mean, you guys got to get past Burrow first.
Fuck. Well, we'll talk about that.
Y'all are 0-3 against Burrow.
You're 100% right. 100% right. We are 0-3. There's nothing I'm going to say against that. I think we're blowing that way too far out of proportion, though. I think, and this is the thing. This is the reason why I think it's being blown so far out of proportion. Because he's the only quarterback that Patrick Mahomes hasn't beaten. That's why. That's literally why.
But they're still 0-3 against.
No, but
Bengals. They're 0-3 against the entire fucking team.
How many teams are
it's
you?
It's not just Patrick Mahomes.
No. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Joe Burrow. It's
the
Chiefs versus the Bengals.
No, it's
and
Patrick
the Bengals
Mahomes.
are up 3 on you.
It's Patrick Mahomes versus Joe Burrow.
The Bengals, the Bengals are up 3 on you. 3-0.
No, it's Joe Burrow.
3-0.
No, it's Joe Burrow.
It's still 3-0. Your team still hasn't beaten the other team. You have not scored more points than the other team.
It's Joe fucking Burrow, dog.
So you still 0-3.
Okay, no, it's fucking Joe Burrow. So like I thought. Granted, this is the last time we played them because we play them every 3 years because they're not in our division before 2021. Mahomes beat them 45-10. It's Joe Burrow. He hasn't beaten. It's not the Bengals.
Eric,
Mahomes
Eric,
has a win.
I need you to understand,
no.
Eric.
I need you to understand this.
I don't know how much easier I can explain it.
No,
the Kansas City Chiefs against the Cincinnati Bengals.
No.
The last 3 times
okay.
are 0-3.
So again, what I'm trying to say is Patrick Mahomes has a win against every single team in the NFL. What I'm saying is the only reason why this became a big deal is because he has not beaten Burrow. And that is the only starting NFL quarterback he has not beaten. So I don't give a fuck. I still think we're going to beat them. Like we're talking with this, these aren't ass whoopings. These are 3-point games. You know that, right? Like we were up 21-3 last year. The year before, yeah, because we didn't play them in 2020. So, I mean, we're talking about like so it was 28-17 the first game we played. Last year we lost 31-34. The second game we played, it was 21-3 us. We lost 27-24 in overtime. This year they beat our ass. I'm not even gonna say shit. They got us this year. They got us this year. They got us. Oh, what'd they get us? They got us 27-24. Wow.
So
and again,
since 2015, you're 1-4 against the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, that's okay. But that's a totally different fucking team.
You have a 20% win percentage. Every school I've ever been in.
That's not true. That's not true. Because
you've won 1 out of 5.
We beat them in the playoffs in 2015. Or 2016. Alex Smith has a playoff win over them. Oh no, the Texans. We beat the Texans. That's right.
On October 4th, 2015, you lost 36-21. On October 21st, 2018, you won 45-10.
Yeah.
January 2nd, 2022, you lost 31-34. January 30th, 2022, you lost 27-24. And December 4th of 2022, you lost 27-24. So you have a 20% win percentage.
Mahomes is 1-3 against them. That's even worse.
So then with Mahomes, you have a 33% win percentage.
Mm-hmm. I have a 25. Yeah, and guess what? I don't give a fuck.
Every educational facility I've ever been in, that's a failing grade.
Yeah, but you know what? Not in sports.
It's definitely a failing grade in sports.
33%. 33% is not a failing grade.
Okay, what's a 33% QBR?
That sucks. What's a 33% batting average?
Is that a failing grade?
What's a 33% batting average?
What is a
what's a 33? What is a 30%?
33% batting average?
That's fucking amazing. That's a 330. That's amazing. That's amazing.
What is a 33% catch percentage?
What is a 33?
You got one. You only got one. There's not another one.
God damn it. Okay, so then look, but nobody gives a fuck. Why are you bringing up old shit? Nobody gives a fuck. Okay, we talk about this year. We talk about this year.
In 2022, you're 0-3.
Motherfucker, that's old shit. It's 2023. We haven't played them. Okay? We ain't played them yet. Okay,
hey, it's still the same season.
We ain't played them yet. It's a new year, new us. This is the issue. This is the issue. Am I worried? Fuck it. This is the problem. I'm not really worried. I'm not saying that we're not going to win. As of right now, I'm not really nervous. We made it to the championship game again. It sucks. Immediately in my mind, I thought of the Philadelphia Eagles. When we went to the 5th championship, I was like, didn't Andy Reid do this with Philadelphia and they only went to 1 Super Bowl? But they lost, but still. So that was the first thing that came to mind. But I'm not nervous for this game because I know it's going to be a good game. If it was ass whoopings, then I would be more nervous. In my mind, yes, we have, in the last 3 games, they have beat us. But a lot of them are self-inflicted wounds on ourselves. Like, how do you have a lead in 2 games and only score 3 points after that? In the second half? Which is something I've been bitching about all season. The game this year, it wasn't like that. It was a very close game mostly throughout until, guess what? Travis Kelce did what? Fumbled the ball. Travis Kelce never fumbles. So I'm not as worried because I know it's going to be a good game. It could go either way. If we lose, I'm not going to be highly upset. If we win, I don't think I'm going to be as overjoyed because it's just one of these games where it's like a coin flip to me. It's kind of who makes less mistakes than the other team does. In the last 3 games, it's been us not scoring in the second quarter in 2 of those games in the second half. Literally in 2 games, we scored 6 points in the second fucking half. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, what the fuck are we doing wrong? We all remember going for the fucking touchdown instead of the field goal with Tyreek Hill at the end of the half last year. I think did the Bengals play great last? Yeah, but I think they were mad. I think they were extremely mad. I think they felt disrespected. They had the underdog thing. They don't have this underdog mentality right now because they've beaten us 3 times. And I'm gonna be 100% honest. I think the Bengals fans are getting too amped. Like, Burrow fucking head. Are you guys fucking serious? Are you serious? I get what you're saying, but did you hear Chris Jones? No, we're going to Burrowhead. I'll see you at Burrowhead on Friday. I think the last thing you want to do is give a very, very talented team more ammo. Cincinnati Bengals in series 18-14. I don't give a fuck about that shit. All I care about is this game. So I think what you're doing is you're going to give us more ammo. I think that they have gotten the team has just gotten a little too confident. And I think that it's going to be a game of who makes more mistakes. Do I think Patrick Mahomes' ankle injury is going to come into effect? Yes. Hearing a couple stats this morning when I was watching some of the sports videos and stuff like that, Patrick Mahomes leads the league in standing in the pocket. Like, literally being in the pocket, he is one of the best pocket passers. It's just that he likes to break down and likes to move around because he can see better. I think since the halfway point of the NFL, we have been one of the better rushing teams with Isaiah Pacheco taking over. So I don't know. And the offensive line is literally for the Bengals is fucking held together by a fucking toothpick. But they've been held together by a toothpick for the last 2 years, so it doesn't really matter. My opinion is it's going to be a close game, but we're going to pull it out. It's not going to be a 3-point victory because fuck kickers. It's going to be 7 points. And I don't think it's going to be whoever gets the ball last. I think it's going to be there's going to be like a 10-point lead. And then they go down, kick a field goal or whatever. And then they try an onside kick and game's over. That's my scenario. What are you thinking?
I think we get to permanently rename Arrowhead Stadium Burrowhead Stadium.
Yeah, nah.
It's no longer going to be Giha.
What's it going to be?
Burrow.
Okay, so
it's not going to be Giha. It's going to be Joe. And then the name of the stadium is going to be Burrowhead.
Hey,
Hey, at least it's not offensive.
Okay, so all right, so are we meeting up tomorrow for? So who are you picking?
The Bengals. Hold on. Let me.
Got it. Eagles and the Bengals. I got the Eagles and the Chiefs. That basically means at this point in time, since he picked the Bengals and I picked the Chiefs, and we picked the same Eagles, that game is going to decide who wins the playoffs, basically. Because right now I'm one game behind you. Because I'm 8-2, you're 9-1. So let's say the Eagles win.
Could be tied after tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. Or you could be two games ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I could fuck up the Super Bowl and I still win.
Exactly. Well, if I lose tomorrow, I don't even fuck the Super Bowl. I can play it. Fuck it. All right. So are we meeting up tomorrow for watch the games? Are we going to Copper? What do you want to do?
Sure.
Are you gonna meet up with us?
Sure.
Because they start at 12 and 3:30.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I will see you tomorrow. I gotta go shopping. I gotta run some errands today. Oh, and then there will be a video probably Monday or Tuesday. Let's just schedule that Monday or Tuesday to do a reaction video for the championship games. Sound good?
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll be on, and then some of these videos are going to start going out. I'm going to start doing them next week so we can have all of our GM moments going out. So be sure to catch that. And I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Jeremy, go ahead and take us out whenever you're ready.
Put me in, coach.
Peace. Oh, I fucked that shit up.